Hey, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, call hello Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. All right. Of course, double honors go out to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who continue through the Holy Spirit, all right, to give us His truth. Uh, this is Naaman with the DC camp. And wow, you had all these women here in DC over the weekend protesting the so-called, they want to have Roe v. Wade upheld, even though there's been over 61 million murders as a result of that since 73. All right, and over 20 million of those have been our people. All right, actually more than that when you consider the Northern Kingdom. My apologies, uh, because a lot of people amongst the Southern Kingdom refuse to acknowledge the Northern Kingdom, and they don't take into account the history. All right. And of course, if the Spirit is not with you, Salaki, if the Spirit is not with you, to give you the understanding of these things, all right, you understand that 2/3 of our nation are just too far gone and aren't going to get it. But back to the topic at hand. See, the thing is with women in but in particular the American wicked ass woman, there are no consequences for them. So clearly, you're going to have Senate woman Cori Bush from Missouri is going to give testimony here, and I want you to pay close attention, if you will, to her testimony. And as um, the woman here is going to introduce her, and I want you to determine if this falls under rape or something else. Just curious. So let's go ahead and roll this.
Getting abortions themselves. At a hearing Thursday on the Texas abortion ban by the Committee on Oversight and Reform, they gave deeply moving testimonies. This is Missouri Congressmember Cori Bush sharing how she had an abortion after being raped at 17.
In the summer of 1994, I was a young girl, all of 17 years old, and had just graduated high school. Like so many black girls during that time, I was obsessed with fashion and gold jewelry and how I physically showed up in the world. But I was also very lost. For all of my life, I had been a straight A student with dreams of attending college and becoming a nurse. But high school early on was difficult for me. I was discriminated against, bullied, and as time passed, my grades slipped, and along with it, the dream of attaining a full scholarship to a historically black college. That summer, I was just happy that I passed my classes and that I finished high school. Shortly after graduating, I went on a church trip to Jackson, Mississippi. I had many friends on that trip, and while there, I met a boy, a friend of a friend. He was a little older than I was, about maybe 20 years old. That first day we met, we flirted, we talked on the phone.
Here we go. Listen to this.
He asked me, could he come over to my room? I was bunking with a friend and hanging out and said he could stop by. But he didn't show up for a few hours, and by the time he did, it was so late that my friend and I had gone to bed. I answered the door and quietly told him he could come in, imagining that we would talk and laugh like we had done over the phone. But the next thing I knew, he was on top of me, messing with my clothes and not saying anything at all. What is happening? I thought. I didn't know what to do. I was frozen in shock, just laying there as his weight pressed down upon me. When he was done, he got up, he pulled up his pants, and without a word, he left. That was it.
Okay. Did you hear that? Now, yeah, I'm a little animated because this is the shit that pisses me off. All right? You heard her say she was talking with the guy on the phone. You know, she waited for him to come over. And by the time he got there, it was so late. Her and her friend, you know, had gone to bed. So he comes to the door. She opens it. She tells him to be quiet. But this is the thing. She's not alone. She is not alone. So here's the thing. Does this fall under being raped? You invited this guy in. First of all, it's not like this guy just jumped out of the weeds or something, all right, and took you. But here's the thing. Let's go to the scriptures. And this is what we try for those that came at Great Millstone because of this. But this is what, man, let's just go to it. This is Deuteronomy chapter 22. All right. Let's scroll on down here. And it says, let's see. All right. This is verse 22, and it says, if a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband, then they shall both of them die, both the man and lay with the woman, and the woman, so shalt thou put away evil from Israel. If a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto a husband, now she says she had just graduated high school. This is her first year at college, all right. If a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto a husband, and if a man find her in the city and lie with her, then ye shall bring them both out unto the gate of that city, and ye shall stone them with stones that they die. The damsel because she cried not, being in the city, and the man because he hath humbled his neighbor's wife, so thou shalt put away evil from among you. But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and the man force her, and lie with her, then the man only that lay with her shall die. But unto the damsel thou shalt do nothing. There is in the damsel no sin worthy of death, for as when a man riseth against his neighbor and slayeth him, even so is this matter. For he found her in the field, and the betrothed damsel cried. Did you hear that? For he found her in the field, and the betrothed damsel cried, and there was none to save her. All right? Bear in mind, she was not alone. If, 28, if a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her, and lie with her, and they be found, then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife, because he hath humbled her, he may not put her away all his days. All right? So the point I'm trying to make is, and don't give me this psychological bullshit, oh, she was so traumatized. Bullshit. Remember, there is a witness. So there was any kind of commotion, which apparently there was not, until, as she said, shame set in. But you invited this guy in. So afterwards, you were like, damn. Got away. But again, you invited him in. You were cool with it. So to help alleviate that shame, you didn't want any reminder of it, so you took it out on the unborn child. See, this is the thing. You want to play. Playing has consequences. You had unprotected sex, and as a consequence, yeah, most likely you're going to have a child as a result. But see, this is the thing with you women, you American women, especially you arrogant, and I'm just going to leave it at that, so-called black woman. Because you've drunken the Kool-Aid that the so-called white man, the nation of Edom in the Bible, all right, you drunk that Kool-Aid of his, and now you think you're so high, and you've been in this ridiculous war with the so-called black man over what? Of course, more women. That's just the fact, the way it is. Go to college. It's the same with the so-called white man and his cave bitch. 51% or just over of so-called white women have degrees compared to 44% of the white man. Whereas with the black woman, it's 36%, and with the so-called black man, it's 26%. Like, so what? You still come up short because the jobs that you get with that degree, other people without a degree are working that same job that you got. So you went to school for however many years to get a position that someone that doesn't have all that, those credentials, all right, they don't have, but they're making the same money. That's fucking stupid. That's retarded. But you put, well, you're not on my level, you know, once you go get any other nation. But again, this is the state of our nation, all right? Because this stupid ass so-called black woman drunk the Kool-Aid. It's so easy to manipulate her arrogant ass, all right? It really is. That's why we can't wait. Let's get, but anyway, let's get something else here, because all this was based off of a lie. All right? As soon as it comes up here. Let's see. Over 20 more. Here it is. Since Roe v. Wade, 73, abortion has killed an estimated 20 million black babies. This does not account so-called back alley abortions, all right? Those that are off the record. All right, but another point I was trying to make, let me find it. Whoops. Let's see. Exposing the lies about this. How did we get to this point? Exposing the 6 lies of Roe v. Wade that led to legal abortion. Roe v. Wade was shaped up to be the most catastrophic U.S. Supreme Court decision of all time. 60 million innocent children's lives have been lost, with mothers suffering immense pain and regret as a result, and all because of a bad law which was completely based on lies. Here are 6. Number 1, Jane Roe had been raped. The truth, she wasn't raped, and she never had an abortion. Jane Roe, who we now know as Norma McCorvey, was just 21 years old when she became pregnant for the 3rd time and sought an abortion in the state of Texas. Texas law, however, stated that a woman could only undergo an abortion if the mother's life was at risk. McCorvey was put in contact with 2 lawyers, Linda Coffey and Sarah Weddington, who were looking for a pregnant woman to help them build a case to legalize abortion. I wonder who was behind all this. McCorvey lied and said she had been raped. The lie became the basis for the legal fight against the district attorney of Dallas County, Henry Wade. The lawyers knew that the case would never be finished in time for McCorvey to get an abortion, and she ended up giving birth and placing the child for adoption. McCorvey not only admitted later on that she had lied about being raped, but she became pro-life and worked to end legal abortion up until her death in 2017. They don't tell you about that, do they? Number two, 60% of Americans wanted legalized abortion. The truth, abortion advocates told the media they had public opinion on their side. They didn't. All right, I'm just going to skip for time's sake. Lie number three, 1 million illegal abortions had taken place in the U.S. The truth, the number of legal abortions was a mere fraction of this. All right, and Nathanson also admitted to additional lies, including that a million illegal abortions had taken place in the United States. In reality, he later said that number was approaching 100,000, and that by fabricating this number, they were able to drum up support for abortion. See who you're dealing with? Lie number four, 10,000 women died annually from illegal abortions. The truth, the actual number was around 300, even less the year before Roe. All right, and they get into Dianne Feinstein, whatever the fuck her name is, and you know, they just manipulate these numbers like, doesn't that sound familiar? Wow. Man. Lie number five. Illegal abortion would lead to safe abortion. The truth, women are still injured and killed by abortion. Once they had convinced people that 10,000 women had been killed through back alley abortions, they promised that legal abortion would save women's lives, but it hasn't. Women are still injured and killed by abortion. It's just that the media doesn't tell us about it. So at the end, what is all this? It's for show. They have an agenda, and they're willing to do anything to push it through. Lie number six, the embryo, fetus, preborn are not human beings. The truth, biology and technology both show us that the preborn can be nothing other than human. And that's a common strategy to dehumanize something. So, you know, man, these devils got a lot to pay for. That's all I got to say. Let's go back and see what else she's going to say here.
I was confused, I was embarrassed, I was ashamed.
Yeah,
I asked myself,
that's why she got the abortion. She wasn't raped. All right, dude just got the cootie and ran. All right, but you let him do it.
was it something that I had done?
Yeah.
The next morning, I wanted to talk to him. I just wanted to
He
say
didn't want to talk to
something
you. He
him.
got what he
refused
wanted.
to talk to me. By the time that trip ended, we still hadn't spoken at all. About a month after the trip, I turned 18. A few weeks later, I realized I had missed my period. I reached out to a friend and asked the guy from the church trip
Yeah,
to
that's
come.
all I'm gonna play. Let's get some more scriptures. This is going to, let's see. All right. Lamentations 4. Start at the top. All right. As I mentioned before, you know, the women are usually the measuring stick for how you know, look at a particular group of people. And it says, how has the gold become dim? How is the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street. The precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold, how are they esteemed as earthen pitchers, the work of the hands of the potter? Even the sea monsters draw at the breast, they give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people has become cruel, like the ostriches in the wilderness. The tongue of the sucking child cleaveth to the roof of his mouth for thirst. The young children ask bread, and no man breaketh it unto them. They that did feed delicately are desolate in the street. They that were brought up in scarlet embrace dunghills. For the punishment of the iniquity of the daughter of my people is greater than the punishment of the sin of Sodom, that was overthrown as in a moment, and no hand stayed on her. And that's exactly right. Those people, yes, their sins were, whoa, but they died Maybe not instantly, but quickly. But look at us. All right? Ours is drawn out. You know, there's several scriptures. You can go to Hebrews 12th chapter, starting at 6. All right? We're being chastised. He didn't cast us away. Talking about the Most High Yahweh. All right? And that's the reason Yahweh Shai, the Son, died for us and us only. Only Israel can sin because the laws were only given to Israel, and therefore sin is what? The breaking of the law. All right? So only Israel can sin. Don't believe me? Let's go there real quick. Let's see. This is Psalms 147 and 19. It says, He sheweth his word unto Jacob. Who's the he? It's the Most High Yahweh. His statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Most High Yahweh. And what is sin? This is 1 John 5. All right. Let's see. Well, let's just go ahead and get this. It said, John 5 and 2 says, By this we know that we love the children of the Most High when we love the Most High and keep His commandments. Well, this is the love of the Most High, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not grievous. All right. Hold on. Let's see. This is sin. It says, Whosoever committeth sin transgresses also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. Salaki, I get those inverted sometimes. But those other ones came in handy too. It helps explain it even further. Whosoever committeth sin transgresses also the law. Remember, who was the law given to? Psalms 147 verses 19 and 20 for Israel only. For sin is the transgression of the law. Okay? All right. Now let's see. Well, I had enough of that. Let's see. Where was I? Okay. Got that out the way. Let's see. All right. Let's get some more scriptures on this. Let's see. Let's see. This is going to be Isaiah 1. Let's start at 9. It says, Except the Most High Yahweh, the Lord of hosts, have left unto us a small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been likened to Gomorrah. All right. Hear the word of the Most High Yahweh, ye rulers of Sodom. Give ear unto the law of our power, ye people of Gomorrah. All right. And this is because our people have gone off so bad, it's like, you know, let me just keep reading. It says, To what purpose is the multitude of your sacrifices unto me, saith the Most High Yahweh? I am full of the burnt offerings of rams and the fat of fed beasts, and I delight not in the blood of bullocks or of lambs or of he-goats. When ye come to appear before me, who hath required this at your hand to tread my course? Because what happened was Israel was trying to play the Most High. They started plotting. Well, I see Miss Jones over there, you know, I might need 2 turtle doves, you know, a lamb, and, you know, like premeditate shit. All right. 13, it says, bring no more vain oblations. Incense is an abomination unto me. The new moons and Sabbaths, the calling of assemblies, I cannot away with. It is iniquity, even the solemn meeting. Your new moons and your appointed feasts, my soul hateth. They are a trouble unto me. I am weary to bear them. All right. So, yeah, it's our people just have no idea. The majority of our people, to the extent they don't even know this is talking about our people. Why? Because of plantation Christianity. All right. And when you get into it and you get the understanding of it, this has all been an elaborate scheme of our enemy, the nation of Edom, the so-called white man. All right. Psalms 83 is to keep us from becoming a nation. All right. Primarily how they do that, keep us from knowing who we are. See, there's no coincidence with this, the timing of this magic virus and all this other shit. Now that they want you to take this shot, and they just going buck wild down there in Australia. All right, this is, you know, people. I don't know, I can't remember the guy's name, but he's talking about people don't get the shot, they're just gonna starve. All right, that is eventually coming here, people. All right, this man, this so-called white man, he knows his time is up. And in every video I've done for the last, I don't know, few months, I make the point that there's a reason that Daniel 12:1 is there, and it says what it says. 2nd Ezra's 15th chapter, 2nd Ezra's, actually 13th chapter, starting at around 31, 2nd Ezra's 15th chapter, and then 2nd Ezra's 16th chapter, and throughout, you know, your scriptures. You got your Isaiah 13th chapter, all right, Zechariah 1st chapter, Isaiah, you know, 34, Isaiah 63, all these things are coming, you know, to pass. Because as it says in Revelation 12:12, he knoweth he got but a short time. All right, so now's the time to get your affairs in order, because things are speeding up. It can literally kick off, and this economy can crash at any time. All right, this man has put on the squeeze. All right, and it's only going to get worse. All right, so hey, with that, once again, I hope whoever views this is edified. You know, that's what we do here. Filter things, events, through the scriptures. All right, because you know what? Your churches aren't doing this. All right, you ever wonder why they're at every corner? Why? Because to keep you dumbed down, if you don't know by now. So I just hope, as I've said several times, that like in the movie Which Way Is Up with Richard Pryor, that the ending scene plays out where they run the preacher out of church. You know, that's what I wish for. Hey, so with that, shalom.